Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I'm glad you guys really like this idea for the series. The support that it's received so far has been pretty great, so thank you very much for that. Glad you guys are enjoying the idea behind it as well and the concept. Like I've said, the mod is available up on the Steam Workshop right now. I put a link in the description if you want to reform your own Storm King, religion, godhead, whatever you want to do with that. So we need to focus on bringing glory back to House Durrandon here, the currently more or less extinct house with just our character, Lord Gallard of the Weeping Town, left behind. So it'd be kind of a shame if we're just going to sit around for a while working on our family focus, not really having much to do here. So why don't we negotiate with some of the local banks? Why don't we get some money? Why don't we go out on a foreign tour? Why don't we try and get ourselves some Valyrian steel, get ourselves armored up, you know, try and get some influence across the realm, essentially, so that we can start maybe expanding out from there. So first things first, can we even go on a foreign tour? I don't believe we can. Oh, we can go on a foreign tour. How much is that? Oh, we have to be higher than a lord. Interesting. So only dukes can go on foreign tours. Did we get a claim? I don't remember whether we actually grabbed one at the end of last episode. We didn't yet. So maybe the money taking out the loan is probably not the best plan. I would love to go over to business folks as soon as possible. Like I said, mercenaries are going to be the keys to the Stormlands here. We need to get a duchy as soon as possible. So the Duchy of Cape Wrath is obviously our main choice here. The current head of Cape Wrath, Aemon Estamont, with 2,350 men. 2,350 men. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. I don't know. I'm going crazy here. We've got 987. So we might get lucky with some perhaps levy reinforcements if we haven't trained the troops. We may get lucky with some money with the business focus to actually hire mercenaries to make up the difference. If we get some claims as well in the meantime, fight amongst our fellow vassals. He may legally be able to ask us to stand down. So I do need to check that one out first. If the Crown Authority is high enough, they can basically... There we go. Vassals can no longer wage wars within the realm, private wars within the realm. They can legally tell us to stand down, and we have to stand down. If we say no to him, he can brand us a traitor, they can revoke our titles, that type of thing, and throw us in prison, which would obviously be not very good for House Durrandon if their final member is executed. In fact, that would just about be the worst thing that could happen there. So if we do want to go to war, it needs to be quickly, we need to be backed by allies, perhaps other high lords, something along that. So alliances should be forged in the future. We should be marrying maybe 4 alliances rather than anything else. Now, House Baratheon are definitely not going to back us for fairly obvious reasons. What about some of the other high lords kicking around here? Because we are a foreign religion. Yeah, foreign religion, Blood of the Storm King is going to make this a very, very difficult playthrough. But I actually do like the harder playthroughs because CK2 is fairly easy, I'd say, to abuse some of the mechanics of, and fairly easy when you've got a few thousand hours in it to basically do whatever the hell you want. So we're going to have to be a bit more careful. We're starting with quite a heavy difficulty spike. We could send some gifts out. Now, as we are a character who's good with words, he's a grey eminence, he's gregarious, he's deceitful, just, kind, he can win people over. Gifts are going to be fairly valuable to bringing on some other lords. Now, what else have we got kicking around here? There is the Rainwood, the de jure... Oh, the High Lordship of the Rainwood does not exist. Now, I believe that's only 3 provinces. It is. And you have to control 51% to make the duchy. We could instead try and take the provinces in the Rainwood and create that High Lordship instead. One of these must be true. Lord Gallard directly owns a province in the High Lordship of... Okay, or High Lordship creation has the value off. I don't know what that means, but only one of them has to be true. Oh, I see what it means. So basically, either we have to control a province there, or the Higher Lord can create it if we've enabled that game rule, which we haven't. So you just have to be a controller over that. Oh, wait, Broadarch also counts as Rainwood. Really? Maybe we should try and establish our own High Dukedom then, and not try and cause... Like I said, the whole issue with going to war with Aemon of Estamont here, which is... I was going to say with Mark of Special Interest. We already have, because we're trying to sway him a little bit. The whole issue with going to war with him is that Brandon's a traitor, like I said, throw us in prison. So we won't worry about that one so much for now, I'd say. Lord Stannis Hotspur has declared Lord Stannis' claim on Lord Lucifer of the Whispers, so that's part of the Crown Lands there. Leave him to it. I mean, we're not going to really care too much about that. And what I'm going to do is that John Slint just died. So this was the guy who Jon Snow beheaded at the Night's Watch. He died of food poisoning, which seems appropriate. What we're going to do is we are going to keep these characters of special interest, but we're not going to... I don't really care about being notified about their particular exploits and things like that. So we're gonna turn those off, but still keep the characters of special interest. So if anything big happens within the realm, we'll know in regards to that. So I think this is a much better play. I think this is a safer play, because no one has a claim on the High Lordship of Rainwood either, because it just has never existed. It's a whole new High Lordship. We could name it the High Lordship of the Storm King, or some garbage like that. I'm not going to do that, because that's a little bit cringy, and I feel like that would really piss off the crown. But we can do something along those lines. I really hope Lord Aemon is doing well. I do too, because if he's doing well, we're generally doing well as well. Lose 25 prestige to ask him. Now, we've already got prestige in the toilet. I'm going to say I'm curious about his faith. That has a chance of giving us sympathy for Westerosi faiths, which I believe lowers the zealotry malice against us. Because we have sympathy for their faiths, but don't necessarily openly support them, they'll hate us less than if we just, you know, openly worship the storm gods there. This is wonderful. Okay, we didn't gain it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing either. That's generally supposed to be the downside to that event, and we didn't miss out there, so I'm alright with that. Plus, people are dying. Who just died there? Who did... Meryn. Some guy called Meryn died in suspicious circumstance. Well, bear in mind we've got quite a fair amount of people here marked special interest, so that could have been most likely Tyrion Lannister, let's be honest, but it could have been any of them, so we won't worry about that too much. Right, okay. A merry feast, surrounded by my friends and loved ones. I feel a strange thirst coming on. Page, more wine. Wait, this doesn't smell right. No. Poison wine. How cliche. These amateurs will be brought to justice. Master Eldon... Who is Master Eldon of Turtlemont? Is surely... Why is he trying to kill me? He's there to collect taxes, so he's not the spy master of Master Aemon. This is just a guy who wanted us dead for some reason. A dishonorable, authoritative, rude, cruel, ambitious, elusive shadow. Probably sees us as a threat to the realm. You know, he's got quite a comfortable position there as the head of a republic, as the head of a city. So doesn't want the realm going into war or anything like that. What the hell can we do against that? Stop backing plot. Ask that Master Eldon stop backing... Oh, and we also know that he is going to try and kill us off as well. What happens if they say no? I don't know that we have anything that we can do against them at that stage, right? Stop backing plot. They're all going to say no, but we can try it anyway. I can't believe he's trying to kill us. But what's worse is there is actually a plot against us that could potentially succeed here. Create the High Lordship of Rainwood. Are you joking? Oh my god, he inherited Bluegrove and he's made the duchy. Shit. Okay, let's hope he gives that away. Fingers crossed, because if he does, that means that obviously we can still move in on him and not really worry about it too much. Oh, goddammit, well, that's ruined our plan. Renly, to all the subjects of King Robert, the inheritance of the Lordship of Crackclaw has been thrown into question after the untimely death of the Lord Perkin Boggs. Sure, we don't really care about that too much. Oh. I mean, that makes things a lot more complicated. So we're going to head back to our own duchy and start fabricating claims back on Cape Wrath again. Just kind of suck a little bit. I'm going to make those high priorities as well, because we don't really care too much about that one. Robert has been excommunicated. Wow. High Septimus declared an anathema upon your liege King Robert Baratheon for his supposed sins. I mean, he is a very sinful man, huh? I mean, wrath, lustful, gluttonous, drunkard, depressed, cruel. I mean, depressed isn't really a sin, but he is a hedonist. Oh, God. He's 41, though. He's lived quite a long time. Fairly impressive. So Tom and Marcella, Edric, Storm and Joffrey, so his kids are about the same. It's a grave situation for him. We may see the realm splinter, at which point it might be our time to act. So as soon as we can, we want to go over to the business focus, which we can now. Start bringing in some cash. I mean, a child will probably happen sometime anyway soon. It'll happen no matter what, because it's not like there's anything else going on here. Michael Tudbury. God damn Michael Tudbury of Tudbury Hall. I believe if we try and grab his titles, they can't do anything about that. Because he's excommunicated. I believe that's a just cause for war. So if we have a claim on his title and go to war for it, they can't stop us. So it might actually be worth moving our Justicia over to there. Craft of the Mountain Clansman has declared a liberation of the bite on King... Okay, so barbarians, essentially. King Robert the Drunkard. Rumor... Yeah, okay, people are trying to kill us. Now, I think about a Spy Master definitely wouldn't go amiss. Our Spy Master doesn't particularly like us. He's not particularly skilled. So if we can find someone a little bit better. Join Court, yes. Nobody, huh? So let's see if we can't... Oh, man, I don't know. Hire somebody? I don't want to spend the gold on anything but mercenaries, but I feel like... Whoops, shit. I mean, that's fine in a way. So we've established a household guard who, unsurprisingly, are good at guarding us. So they might actually be able to keep us alive a little bit more. This is something I don't normally do much of, but it might have been necessary. We need a captain for our household guard. I wanted to hire a new spy master, so honestly, this is probably, maybe... good anyway. We're going to hire this guy as our captain of the household guard. He likes us a fair amount. He's our commander anyway. He's strong. He's a knight. He's skilled. So Rory, welcome. Right, okay. So we can now say, command the house guard. Improve my levies in the Weeping Town. Enforce my will. Bring order to the streets gives Oh, that's actually very good. We get tyrannical government, so we're really becoming a dictatorship, cracking down on things. We lose some taxes. We're not getting many anyway, but it gives us 40% arrest chance and 10% plot power increase, which is pretty huge. Burn my lands, my enemies shall die from attrition. That seems a bit nuts. What are our other options then if we go and command the household guard? Improve my levies. Train the small folk, which decreases tax but increases revolt risk because they don't want to be trained, or time to drill soldiers. Levy size down by local tax again. We'll do nothing for now, but that is very useful to remember in the future. Oh. Somebody died against Paramount Mace. Again, we're going to disable all of these. I don't really care about them too much right now. Alright, let's blitz through a little bit longer. I'm hoping we can have a son, preferably sooner rather than later. No pressure, wife. The blood of Durran Godsgrief flows through my veins. Since the days he walked the earth, we've abandoned our old Storm God faith. Though I do see much merit in the ways that help shape such a legend. So there he is. We can get sympathy for the Drowned God. That doesn't seem right. It's because it's a Drowned God heresy. So the Storm God in Drowned God religion is the enemy of the the enemy of the the Drowned God is the enemy of the Storm God. So I don't know why we would get sympathy for the Drowned God faith because he's a heretic of a particular religion. That's not right. We'll ignore that. That's just the game being very, very odd there. We're not. I wish Jimmy can't, like, I don't know, emulate his genius. That would be pretty good. Maybe I should write a letter to him. I agree. Because of our high diplomacy, we can try and become a little more friendly with him. Soften him a bit more. Okay, so we're at 3 score with him now, and he still wants us killed. Is there anything else we could do? Because of our prestige, we're actually losing a lot here. Now, one of you point out that apparently that my wife's family has Valyrian steel. He absolutely does. Stranger's mercy. Wow, there it is. Now, you guys said that if we kill off enough of their family, we could get that Valyrian steel for our own. And we have good, or we don't have terrible intrigue, I should say. So let's maybe try and get that, because a Valyrian steel sword would be a very, very nice little bonus to our, to whatever we want to do, to our ambition, to our desires here. Valyrian steel sword gives us a little bit of legitimacy as well, obviously defensive personal combat, that type of thing. Do with some taxes. Hey, anybody want to collect a little bit of gold for us here? I'm sorry, wife, you are good. Oh my god, there's no one better. This is going to be a horribly slow start, unfortunately. Wow, and an absolutely unprecedented move there. Died... Wait, what? Died in prison? What do you... Oh my god. No way. Tywin Lannister was gored to death by a boar on the orders of King Robert of the Iron Throne. Wow. So Tywin is dead. Robert killed him. And Jaime the Kinslayer also was killed by... Wait, so Robert Baratheon killed Tywin, killed Jaime, and now Tyrion is Lord of the Westerlands. Tyrion the Imp there. Wow, that's very strange. Why can't I click on him, though? Yeah, there he is. Tyrion Lannister has a daughter, Lady Lynora of the Westerlands. She's just a regular old daughter there. Very weird. He's probably going to be a good ruler as well, because he's obviously got that genius trait. He's just, he's gregarious as well. So he's not going to be too badly disliked. Wow, Robert Baratheon has basically stopped this Lannister sort of gunpowder and plot kicking along in the background there. The series is saved. We've already diverted in the first couple of episodes. That's insane. House Baratheon may end up being very, very strong then, because obviously the War of the Five Kings caused Stannis to kill Renly, and that, in turn, wiped out the whole Baratheon house. But in this scenario, shit. And Cersei has fled. Cersei has fled the mainland. I imagine Robert tried to imprison her there or something, but she is now... She's in the court of... Oh, she fled to the wall? No way. She just moved completely up north. She's in, like, complete isolation. Wow, okay. This is a very weird timeline. The Lannisters have been completely destroyed by, by Robert Baratheon, apparently. So let's move our spy master, Sir Adam Whitehead, up to build a spy network in Rainwood so that we can focus on getting this Valyrian steel. 107% plot power means that soon enough, I think we could probably have him killed. We've also got Devon Seaworth there who wants to, or is kind of happy to join our plot with a little bit of convincing. So we might be able to get this thing, you know, in progress quite soon. We've received a decree from King Robert and King Stanley. The King has signed a law granting extensive powers and freedoms to the faith and the High Septum. This was done in exchange for cancelling the Iron Throne's debt to the faith. So did he not 2 episodes ago empower the faith militant? Robert's still excommunicated, but it seems as if he's trying to cozy back up with the church there. Wow. We may see a very militaristic Baratheon / Faith of the Seven Iron Throne, which is horrible for us because we're neither of those things. But we're enemies with both. Sure. No, Sir Adam is doing a fine job. Keep on board, 'cause he's about the only councillor who's doing a good job at this stage. Right. Okay. So I will ask. Let's ask. Oh no, we can't afford it. Let's say we're curious about his faith again. He has unmoved by my concern for him, because there's no point for him to talk about his faith with an unbeliever. What a racist. We need gold. We've got to get this, smuggler's ring. Oh, God, come on. We've got to get this business focus kicking off soon. Dear Lord Gallard of Weeping Town, I hereby invite you to the grand feast in Estamon. Oh, God, not again. We already know this guy's got a plot against our life. Somebody has tried poisoning our wine once before. This seems like a good way to get ourselves killed. But we've got to do it. Because if we say no, it's going to make him dislike us, and we need to get on his good side no matter what. Use it as you see fit. My spy master Adam White has been murdered. Oh, God. Oh, well, that's annoying, because he was our only good... Oh, man, he was our only good counselor. All right. Eglantine, welcome. Eglantine is an incredible name. That's what I'm naming my firstborn. Right, build a spy network in Rainwood. I would really like this sword. So, what about... Who will his sword be passed on to? His child. So, the rules for inheritance are... Close family member, so his child, and then siblings, so then his brother will get it. Oh, so Rory, our commander of the household guard. Then his sister will inherit, and then if there's no one else, his wife, and then his liege, in that order, I believe. So there is also a way we can check, but I'm not going to bother, because that is, essentially his wife is, or my wife, his sister is in line relatively soon then, because he's only got one son as well. We've town is suffering from a very serious problem of crime and banditry. We can spend 10 prestige to ask him to deal with the smuggler's ring. I'm going to say I'll deal with it myself. Our prestige is so low. I can't do anything about that right now. Alright. These dishes are heavenly. So we can say, you know, that's an absolutely incredible feast. Our opinion of him changes by 15. Oh no, his opinion of us changed by 15 because we're praising his food. Absolutely. I will keep quiet about the food. These dishes are heavenly, my friend. Thank you. And hopefully, as long as we keep working on this stuff, we may eventually get rid of this plot to kill us. Look, we're down to 26% now, which is quite nice. And all we've got to do is actually stop him doing it as well. So that's the sort of main... Can we ask him? Still no. Low base reluctance. You would like a favor. Please support my moment with me on the council. If you agree to this, I'll henceforth owe you a favor. I mean, it couldn't hurt. That's also his wife, so that seems fairly valuable to me. So we have a little bit of a power base actually growing in the realm here. So we've got favors on Jane, his wife, and then Mathos, who is his master at arms. And we are on the council as well, aren't we? Yeah, with the Justicia of Cape Wrath, and the High Almoner, and Commander as well. So we could actually use these favors to do some fairly important stuff. So we can improve relations with Lord Aemon. Basically have the master at arms say, you know... He's a good guy. Please, for the love of God, don't assassinate him. Or, we could use that favor on his wife, which I think would be a very, very good idea. Let's do it. Let's see if she'll do that on our behalf. We try and find another plot, apparently. Oh, shit. So he's discovered my plot to kill off our wife's brother for his sword. This better not interrupt my scheme. I hope so. Grave news. Lady Jane appears to have failed miserably in an attempt to convince Lord Aemon of your virtues and loyalty. If anything, they think less of you. For God's sake. And that still cost us the favour, even though she screwed it up. Okay, right. Sabotage job action. So this could be very, very useful if we get into the position whereby we can rebel, because he is the master at arms. His job action might be, you know, raise levy size or something like that. We could say, hey, make sure those levies suffer. We can move in the background, play a little bit of the intrigue game here, buying favours, that type of thing. Setting up a lot of work in the background. We could also have our spy master sabotage some promises. And then when we actually go to war, he's going to find that he's got no troops working for him. Interesting, okay. So that's something we definitely want to save for later, I think. Now, we could also try and use our skills of diplomacy to sneak into his castle, his keep, his house, wherever the hell he is. He's a Sir of the Black Bog, so he is some sort of very minor keep owner. Try and break in and steal Stranger's Mercy for ourselves. Let's roll the dice. I'm not happy about this, because obviously, we don't have many thieving skills. We're good at diplomacy, so we can certainly talk our way perhaps past the guards, past the servants. What if we take our wife with us? Because she, as his sister, may be up for, or may make our, you know, journey to his keep a little more legitimate, huh? So let's take her. We could also take our spy master, who obviously has some skills in sabotage, that type of thing, or our marshal, who's obviously a very good fighter, so if things do go tits up, he could potentially bust us out of there. We're going to say take our lover, Lady Isla of Weeping Town, in the hopes that she can, maybe this is like her home? This is going to be her home, surely, because she, I'm sure they grew up together in the Black Bog or whatever. Right. You've arrived at Sir James of Black Bog's capital. As expected, it's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door, a servant's entrance at the back. Try and force our way in, 57% chance. Sneak our way in through the windows, a 55% chance. Or convince some servants. Because of our diplomatic abilities, we can turn up, hello, I am the Lord's brother-in-law and his wife, lover, mistress, whatever the hell she is. Please let us in. And the servants are going to say, yes, thank God. You managed to evade most patrols until you come up outside the treasury. 2 board guards stand between you and your prize. Rush them before they raise the alarm, so if we'd have bought a Master at Arms, this one might be a bit more appropriate. Pose as a servant and give them poison drinks. Diplomatic abilities and finesse. Well, we have fairly okay intrigue and good diplomacy. One of us will seduce them. So we could send in our wife, who has, obviously, high attractiveness, but low diplomacy, which is still fairly high, because she is attractive there. Let's pose as a servant and give them poison drinks. Nice, we've actually done it. Now that you've dealt with the guards, you're free to search the treasury for your target. Time is short, and the treasury is filled with documents, jewels, and many miscellaneous items. Search carefully. Only 52% chance of success. Success depends on a little bit of everything, so 51% chance for success if we search frantically. 62% chance if we split up and cover more ground. Based on our administrative capabilities and scholarly knowledge. Oh, God. Well, then. 62% chance is the best we've got. Good luck. Oh, God. The guards have found us. Surrender and hope for the best. At which point he will imprison us and his sister. Demand an audience with their liege. 49% chance you come to a levy transfer agreement. 41% chance we come to a tax transfer agreement. 11% chance we get executed. Fight our way out. 26% chance of successfully escaping. 35% chance of escaping with wounded. 18% chance of being imprisoned. Okay. So what is... So that's guaranteed for being imprisoned and maybe ransoming ourselves out. That one is 11% chance we get excommunicate, but there is a negative. Let's just fight our way out. We've been imprisoned and we're wounded. Oh, God. What have I done? Maybe you live in harmony and contentment with, but it points your... In my greed, in my madness to try and get this Valyrian steel. My family deserve better for this. Mercy has asked for your wife. Yes. He might agree to that, because that is obviously his sister. Or not. Or he branded us both traitors for trying to steal the family's ancestral Valyrian steel. Could we... perhaps... ask to ransom prisoner? 70 gold? A minor bank. Well, we can only take 20 gold out anyway. Oh my God. Take a loan from a vassal? I do not have the gold. I do not see why I should help you either. Thank you. Take out a loan. Okay, we're going to have to take out a loan. And then we're going to have to get together the other 11 gold. So let's get our... Let's make sure we're still collecting... Oh, we need a new treasurer then. Oh, you're terrible. Okay, collect some taxes. You... I don't know. Let's just collect taxes and pray for the best here. My God, this is bad. And through our prison bars, we're told by the guard that Robert Baratheon, the depraved of the Iron Throne, is no more. And his son... I thought that was Tyrion then. He looks so similar to Tyrion. His son... King Joffrey is now in control. The cruel, proud, wrathful, craven, selfish Joffrey. Sure, he's not going to last long on the throne anyway. Long live the king. Jesus, what a mess the realm has become, huh? Curse his name. Curse his name and curse all Baratheons for what they've done. Not that we can really... Civil War. We've got into Civil War. Hooray! What's happened then? So, defending against Prince Arianne the Black against war against the tyranny of King Joffrey. Okay. So, it's Mace, Renly, Eddard, Robert. So, it's the Vale, the Reach, the Stormlands, the North, and the High Septum, and the Throne versus Barristan Selmy of the Kingsguard, Stannis Baratheon, Arianne of Dawn. Interesting. And then some minor lords. Not that we can obviously take part in this at all. We're just sitting around in our prison still, behind bars here. Oh, we actually released our wife. What about us? Is he wanting to ransom us now? No. Wait. Stannis has us in prison. Imprisoned by Lord Stannis. Stannis, please. Ask to ransom prisoner. Gold is good opinion of us. Oh, because he has a low opinion of us because we're a Durrandon. Stannis the Manus. I'm going to have to send him some gold first before I can ransom myself out. Maybe he'll die during the war? God damn it. Okay, fine. Send our Justiciar, Lord Allard, to go and... Oh, shit. To send our Justiciar, Lord Cedric, to go and improve diplomatic relations with Stannis in Dragonstone. Let's see if we can convince them that we're not actually that terrible and that we're not a threat to him or anything like that. Just tell whatever lie will get us by here. Is there anything else we can do at all to get us out of this situation? Nothing. Lord Gallard. We have a daughter that we can play as it is Ignatic Cognatic. So it's not as if we get game over if Gallad dies right here and right now. It's not ideal. But my god, this is bad. I can't believe Stannis of all people have us in prison. Let's send him a gift because we've got to. We've got to send the gift before we can get the hell out of here. Right, so 6 opinion. If we ask to ransom prisoner now, maybe when we can afford it, he might let us free. Joffrey's now known as the Mutilator. Well, that's incredible. Can we, I don't know, try to make a friend? Make friends with Stannis? That would be peculiar. Wounded. Okay, that's good. We're no longer wounded. We're now scarred instead, so we're not going to die of an infected wound in the dungeon or anything like that. My god. Foolish child, lose one intrigue. Well, not much I can do that. My friends have come up with a daring plan to break me out of prison. Oh god. Freedom is worth any risk. I did it. Now to find my way home without being captured. We're free. Oh, get fucked, Stannis Baratheon. Can I have my 30 gold back? Because now we've got to pay off the banks, haven't we? Okay, pay it back. So it's only 28 gold. Okay. That was a massive risk. We got almost... We almost got ourselves some Valyrian steel out of that. But that was not worth it. Stannis could have any second there just chopped our head clean off. Because we are... questionable. Obviously, it would have been tyrannical for him because we are a landed vassal within the protection of the Stormlands, so it would have been a tyrannical thing for him to do, especially as we are a vassal of Paramount Renly, who in turn is backing the Iron Throne, an enemy of Stannis by extent. So if he'd have cut our head off, it would have been very, very illegal. He would have been in a lot of trouble for that. So we are kind of lucky, though, I think, to have got out of that in one piece. So our previous Lord, Aemon of Cape Wrath, died of cancer. We now have Lord Alan II of Cape Wrath. He wants to make us Justicia. Of course, yeah, we'll become Justicia. That's Joffrey. Huh. He looks a little bit, braver than normally. Leading troops, he didn't do that. Oh well. Conquest Dawn removed from their treasury, which is ironic, because right now he is conquesting Dawn. People can no longer work the fields. Well, it's not like I needed any taxes for anything. Haha. We got to pick a new, oh no, we kept our business, folks, while we were in prison. Well, it's nice to know that we still had something on our mind, then. My god. My lord. His Grace King Joffrey has taken his last breath. Assassinated. Died of suspicious circumstances. He's married to Elia Sand. What? Long live the king. We now have King Tyrion Lannister. Tommen. Wait, and then the Martells are in line? Why? Why are the Martells in line to the throne? Because there are... Okay. Nymor Martell is next up. Oh my god, it's Marcella's son. It's Marcella's son who's been matrilineally married off. Holy shit, to Princess Arianne of Dawn. My god, okay, that is some high IQ play right there. I can't even be mad because that's fairly impressive. Long live the king. I mean, I imagine Tommen's not going to last too long if Dawn gets their way in things with this one. I imagine they're probably just going to be assassinated immediately there. Tyrion has died of gout. It is now Lady Leonora of the Westerlands and Cersei, who is at Castle Black with her new husband, Bowen. Bowen Marsh? Or just a guy called Bowen? Cersei is now up there in the north doing basically nothing at all. Seeing that her son is the king of the Iron Throne, you'd imagine she'd be allowed back to the capital now. But that's very strange. Things have already started getting very weird, huh? We've got Lord Paramount Joffrey of Highgarden. It's Elia Sand's son. These Martells have... The Grand Martell Conspiracy. So Elia Sand, bear in mind, is also the person who was last married to Joffrey, the previous king on the throne, and now the heir to the Iron Throne is a Martell as well. So they have Highgarden in their pocket. They have the Iron Throne on their pocket anyway. They have the Iron Throne lined up next, both in terms of... Well, they have an alliance regardless, because she's going to marry the next in line, but also they're the next in line. Holy shit, they are playing some big IQ games here. I'd like to get on their good side, you know, because it feels like maybe these guys are not people we want to piss off. Eddard Stark has somehow managed to survive it. Sean Bean himself. Oh, God. Princess Arianne of the Black refused the revocation of the Lordship of the Broken Arm, requested by King Tommen. So are they now war against the tyranny? I believe if they win that, he gets deposed, and her betrothed takes the throne. Nymor Martell. How is the AI so good and so terrible at the same time? Lord Durrandon, I hereby invite you to attend the tourney of Storm's End, of course. Let's go visit our ancestral homeland then. I will attend. It shall be entertaining and see what they've got. Tommen is dead. Assassinated. What a shocker. Rulers of the Iron Throne are now House Martell. Very impressive. Robert Baratheon's grandson, but of course was born patrilineally to Tristan of Dorne, which is Durran of Dorne's son, and Marcella Baratheon / Lannister. Of course, now married to Arianne the Black matrilineally, but it doesn't matter anyway because it's the same dynasty, so I guess they didn't really give a shit about that. Wow. Fairly impressive that House Martell have managed to seize the throne after all these years. Incredible. Well, I guess the Baratheons, now that they have lost a lot of their power, are less of a threat to us. Now, of course, Renly still has the Stormlands, and Stannis still has Dragonstone, still sitting up there brooding, kind of very mad about things. Traitor, foreigner, ruthless. Holy shit. Keep a very close eye on that. Shireen is alive and married off to some randomer. I'm just seeing what House Baratheon's future has in line for it. Stefan Baratheon, indolent, conscientious, probably not going to come out too well, to be honest with you. Do you want to place a bet on the tournament? Sure. So at any time we can, when the fighters are announced, we could place a bet on these guys. So we can place a bet on Lord Argilac. Oh, we can't because I don't think we have the money for it. Place a bet on in the tourney. Alright, there we go. So he was declared the winner. I'm going to place a bet on this guy. Place a bet on in the tourney. And let's go and place a large bet for 40 gold. Fingers crossed. If that pays off. Oh, shit. Brienne is the winner. What a shocker. Brienne of Tarth managed to win the... God damn it. I mean, it actually happened in the show, so I'm not really sure why I'm surprised at this one. It was a fine spectacle. However, you know, we've lost all of our money in the process, so that was a complete waste of time. Well, back to square one. It's been an interesting episode in terms of character development, but not so much in terms of House Durrandon development. What happened to that sword, then? Let's find out what happened to our sister's brother's sword. He still has it. He's still only got a son. What if we kill off the son first? 91% plot power. Kill the children off first, and then he'll just die of old age at some stage anyway, because that's how humans work. At which point his brother might inherit. He's a sir and unmarried in our court. If we don't allow him to get married, he's going to die without children, at which point his wife or his sister will inherit, at which point we'll get the sword. Or, if she dies first, he's in our court, so we'll get the sword no matter what. So all we've got to do is kill off this troublesome child, and then it will try and fix things. Apparently we've been eating too much. Sure, we'll listen to her advice. Why not? Lord Lionel changed tyranny by 10. Now, I have got our current Justicia trying to improve relations with Lord Anon of Cape Wrath. He's not a big fan of us. Zealous foreign religion, Blood of the Storm King, minus 55 overall. Man, this is going to be tough, but that's honestly, in my opinion, what's going to make the series so fun. It is going to be a short series, like I said, because we've already done however many episodes of the Game of Thrones, so we're kind of up against the time limit here, because I don't want to spend too long on this one, but it's going to be very, very tricky. But I may actually do something more like this in the future, like add a trait that gives us a general opinion minus or something like that to make things a little more difficult, to add that difficulty curve, because I think it's going to be fairly fun. Anyway, we'll leave that one here for today. I need to come up with a better game plan, because just sitting here waiting for the business focus, building up taxes, whatever, grabbing claims is good and all, but it's going to be a very slow process. So, or I can just keep heavily editing, but I know a lot of people don't like that. I'll try and find a nice compromise for next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget the mod is available to download below. And let's give a shout out to the patrons. Speaking of which, we are like only a few dollars away now from that PO Box goal. So if you're interested, go check that out. That's going to be a new series when people are going to send me horrible garbage. That's going to be quite fun. Big shout out to Justin Wallace, Harik, Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sedini, Conspire T, Crazy Pack, Crosis, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Michael Mullen, Necrofilm, Powers Presley, Sean Thornton, Smirtworm, Tom Terror 18, Vacuous Backers, Wolfsen, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support, the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this channel possible in the first place. This is a fun series. I'm actually enjoying this one a lot. I love playing as the Minor Lord, trying to rebuild something, because who likes playing as an Emperor in CK2, right? It's one of the big problems with the game. Thank you as well to Gray, Nathaniel Lindberg, Llewellyn Thomas, Asaro, Betimus Max, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Dunk217, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Haji Dumar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran de Vries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plott, Nathan Flores, Matthew, Nick, Panther Pearl, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Serthal the Swede, Shari, Wolfie, Zico, Adam Person, Sidini, Fraser Brennan, Noah Gallimore, and the Insane Pickle. Thank you all for your support.